and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. To start things off, we're going to be looking at taking down the Swine God. It's about time as well. He's been left alone for far too long. To make this all work out for ourselves, we're going to bring along a bit of a mixed party of one Leper, do some strong frontline damage, Sydney the Houndmaster, come in the legendary Occultist, and then Bellicott the Houndmaster as well. These guys should be configured appropriately with the right abilities in place. Yes, we've got marks where we need them, and everything is looking just fine. Rewards this one could be a Blasphemous Vial, Wilburs Flag, which is going to be very, very well earned, 30 crests and 15k of gold. Not that we need gold at this stage, no one is rocking the curse, and it's time for us to provision up lots and lots of dog treats, which will come in quite handy. I'll get one full stack of medicinal herbs, because why not? 2 keys, 2 shovels, actually make it 3 keys and 3 shovels. There we go, stack of torches and forks, it's medium, stack of food and forks, it's medium again, and do the regular switcheroo, and let's key off to embark.
The great
now,
thing I had managed to bring through was brutish and stupid. Moreover, it required prodigious amounts of meat to sustain itself. But this was only a trifling concern. After all, I had a village full of it.
yeah. Okay. One could go so far as to call it a trifling concern. Gonna load up before we start.
Abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
Wow, look at that scouting. Before I start, I'm going to, again, just start off with an apology. I haven't uploaded some videos in a couple of days. I've had some live stuff come up, which has required my full-time attention. Then I need to have some downtime afterwards just to recover from it. So, yeah, I didn't post anything on the weekends, and my video backlog is back down to 0 now that I've posted the last few days of stuff. So, if I've gone quiet, my apologies. Sometimes life gets in the way of a good time. Looking at our pathing, yeah, we're going to go down this route here, and then we can double back and finish things off. That gets us into fewer battles with more treasure in the mix. Yep, as always, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I've had some new subscribers, so welcome guys. I appreciate some of the kind words you've given me as well. It's really fantastic. I know some of you are really rooting for me to be taking out the man-at-arms more often, and that's fine.
The light, the promise of safety.
I probably will, but for the moment I am focusing on leveling up some guys and taking out some bosses, so yeah, I just need to be a bit of a completionist about things. Now, looking at the party we're up against, it's a Slayer, a Champion, a Reaver, and a Skeever. The Skeever is the main worry for me, so I'm going to open things up with a very, very early mark on him. Hopefully the debuff takes as well. Crit goes down, and that debuff of dodge is in place, which is going to be very, very useful. Now I can start Hounds rushing him with one extra 100% damage, crit for 39. Beautiful stuff, and a bleed does come into effect as well. Hounds rush once again should take him out. Yes, alright, so no Skeever damage to worry about. Skeevers can be an absolute pain. Absolute pain. Not going to worry about knockback, not going to worry about intimidate. What I will just do is the good old-fashioned chop. Beautiful critical one-shot kill. And yeah, we're looking pretty handy. Great dodge from the Occultist as well, which is really getting things off to a good start. But just kind of goes down, and it's dodged as well. I love this camouflage cloak so much. It makes my guys neigh on untouchable. In the meantime, we're going to need to start focusing down on damage. Let's start things off with the Reaver. 11 damage taken, plus probably 2 bleed. Yep. Fortunately, he'll get a turn in first. Vomit goes down, and that does take, unfortunately, 3 damage taken plus 12 stress, as well as a pretty hefty debuff, but no diseases, which is fine by me. Hounds rush now to finish him off. Beautiful critical for 29, and we just have the Slayer to worry about. Some stress goes down on account of the critical hit as well. Let's look at our options. We could heal, we could strike. Let's get a vulnerability hex going here. Might also use this second position Houndmaster's ability to reduce his prot. Oh, critical for 17. And a bleed as well for 20 damage, which is pretty substantial, but we can live through that. In fact, I might start doing some preemptive, yeah, healing up on this chappy right here. Wow, 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 wow. All right, let's reduce his prot to again weaken him up and keep that mark in place. Not that it can last any longer than 2 rounds. That's just fine by me. Let's drop a weird reconstruction. Great critical there, and stress goes down to boot. And now it's about just doing all the damage all the time. 16 damage made and done now that his prot has been debuffed, and that's just fine by me. Those bleeds are going to be a problem for me, but I'm not going to worry too much. 25 damage, and this Slayer is dead. dead in his next turn, which is just fine by me. Bit of an odd mix of loots, but that's just fine. Again, we'll open up this chest, and again, we might need to throw out that jade at some stage, but we're going to be fine. If I could scout out a secret room, I would be so happy, but it probably is not to be. Oh, but we can remove a quirk, which is fine. Alright, let's... shush. Let's have a look to see who actually has a negative quirk. Deviant Taste, Unquiet Mind, Hieromania is locked in. Alright, it's going to be on the chap with Hieromania. Yep. Yep, it's locked in. We've just saved ourselves some money. Done. Done. I love quirk removal. Quirk removal is the best. Right, torch up, empty room, and let's press on to this Rune Battle the Curio.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Just as we're doing some... Oh, hunger check. It's fine by me. Just as we're doing some walking here as well. Yeah, I just wanted to... as much as I mentioned it before, I just wanted to really actually thank you guys so much for some of the great comments you've left me. I've had a couple of problems to deal with over the last few days, and it's just nice looking into YouTube and seeing some words of encouragement and some observations and some feedback. You know, I love playing Darkest Dungeon. It's a great game. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. In the meantime, opening things up, we can look at a target whistle to try and debuff down this Thunderer, or we can just go for a very rapid kill, which isn't a bad decision, to be entirely honest. I want to avoid stress if I can, because I do not have a good... Oh, and he's dead in his first action, which is just fine by me. Alright, that makes things really easy. Let's focus damage on position 1 for the moment, just to help out our Leper getting a kill in place. In fact, we may just be able to get a kill via Hound's Harry. No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be. Alright, Hound's Rush it is to finish one off. Done. 18 damage taken. And they will only have 2 actions next turn. Let's see if we can make it only 3 actions next turn. Yes, they have only 1 action. My mistake, I misspoke there. Only 1 action next turn. 1 Flesh Eater is left in the bunch, and he's going to drop a munch on me. Critical for 11 there, and no blight, fortunately, but a bit of stress does accrue there. Might look at who comes up first. You know what? I'm just going to lick my wounds for the moment and heal up nicely. That's us all taken care of. Hound's Rush. Do not even need to be actually dropping any kind of dog treats at this stage in combat, because we just have everything under control. That's nice. Nicely done, ladies and germs. Nicely done. Now, I am going to drop the Jade in favor of the Crests. The Crests are going to be more useful for me in the macro. Might even drop the Onyxes as well. Actually, probably the Gold. Probably drop the Gold. Blood I can consider keeping, that's fine, but let's in the meantime drop medicinal herbs, see what we get in terms of food, and I can use that food for sure.
Alec must be carried home.
Actually, let's... There we go. Can definitely use that food. Let's drop the gold in favor of the food. Should probably just drop the blood, to be entirely honest, but I don't mind keeping some on in case I have an encounter with some bloodsuckers and I get the curse and I need to go into bloodlust mode. It's about keeping your options open, because again, gold is not the biggest priority for me at this stage, because I am rich as Nazis, as Homer Simpson, or I should say, as Grandpa Simpson would say. Again, surprise is on our side. I love the element of surprise. It does make for some very easy early combat. Gonna start focusing damage down probably on position 4. Crit. Nice insta-kill there, and stress goes down across the board. Let's see if we can get lucky twice in a row. Not quite good enough. 18 damage taken and 7 HP left, but we can definitely finish him off with a sacrificial stab. Nicely done, and I think the Leper will be able to get an insta-kill, hopefully, on this meat hooker. Yes! Just enough damage to make the grade. Ball and chain goes down in the back row. It's 6 damage and possibly a stun. Nope, it's resisted. That's fine by me. And yeah, everything is going to be easy from here on in. Now, you're down by like 6 health. It's going to be a bit of a waste to heal you up, but we'll do it regardless, because again, we really have the initiative at this stage. Let's reduce your protection. That's going to be hugely useful, and that mark will come in very handy as well. Let's also reduce your dodge if we may, just to make you as squishy as possible. Unfortunately, you did resist that. Ball and chain goes down the occultist. Dodged beautifully, and yeah, it's all on us just to do some damage. Unfortunately, that Slayer will get a dodge in. I guess dodges happen to everyone from time to time. But now that we have a mark, we can start doing some epic damage, particularly with this protection reduced down to next to nothing at 3%. And boom shakalaka, that is the round. Nicely done. Alright, so full stack of torches, sorry, full stack of crests we can pick up. You know what, the onyxes I can probably live without, so let's just drop those off right now. That portrait I am going to need to use, and what to do. Well, I was talking about how important the blood was, but I think I'm going to drop it just in favor of a little bit of gold. I'm going to do a quick double check on one detail though off screen. I keep a bit of a cheat sheet. If you guys are playing and you want to get like just a really handy dandy resource, there's a Reddit user, Karamazula, who put out a cheat sheet for what all the trinkets and stuff do. I'm looking at it right now. Bone altar, I don't need to actually have that holy water. That's redonkulous. So we will swap those in place there, and I am satisfied with that. We'll need to use some dog treats though in the immediate future just to make sure I'm making the best use of all of my things. A damage increase on the Leper, I do not mind if I do, given that he has the highest damage potential. On a typical unmodified hit, he is the one for me to focus on because he does 15 to 30, whereas one of the Houndmasters will do 7 to 13, and if I have an extra, what is that buff? It's like an extra 15% damage. Extra 15% damage of 30 is a hell of a lot more than extra 15% damage of 13. So yeah, really easy decision. Fun with math, or rather successful gameplay with math. Math is the best. Alrighty, no surprise this time around. The Skeever is going to be an early risk for me, so I will drop a mark on him if I may. Again, reducing his dodge if it takes is going to be massive. Probably won't take though, no, he resists, but the mark is in place. I should be able to get some early damage onto him. 20 damage taken, not quite the critical I was hoping for, but hopefully we get a better round around with this shot. 22 damage done and dusted. Not quite good enough, he will survive the round. Spit to roast goes down for 14 damage, and that's substantial, but we have no other ill effects, so it should be fine. Ball and chain in the back position, 5 damage taken, and does a stun take? Yes, it does. That's regrettable, but acceptable. In the meantime, that Skeever has moved forward, but that isn't going to do me a single jot of good. All we can really do is start bashing down on that large flesh eater in place. Weakened Prey goes down on the Leper, and that's 4 damage taken, and yeah, some pretty nasty debuffs, to be honest. Might actually consider using some medicinal herbs on him. It's a pretty nasty, oh, that is a very nasty, spread attack. Probably drop a weird reconstruction on this Houndmaster here. Unfortunately, it's a nothing reconstruction, which is deeply regrettable. I will invest the turn in healing up though. Beautiful critical 20, and we're looking just a little bit healthier there, and it's just Leper again chipping away at that large flesh eater, and I don't have the initiative this round. I really don't. 20 damage taken, and again those debuffs are just compounding. Ball and chain goes down on the occultist, and this time around he dodges, and it is going to be the Skeever's chance to kill me off if I don't kill him first, but fortunately I get in with the early strike just to make sure that everything goes my way. In the meantime, we can start looking at some meaningful damage. Flesh eater is down to 13 HP, and we should be able to take him out relatively painlessly. Let's follow things up with a weird reconstruction on the back position. 30 heals. That is absolutely gorgeous healing. Tentacle Devour goes down. 15 damage taken on the Leper, and no other ill effects. What I will do though is clear that blight. I'm going to drop the self heal and buff my resistances as well. Not massive, but it is going to be useful. Ball and chain is dodged once again, which is just fine by me. Let's get some damage done on this first position once again, and that large flesh eater is dead, freeing me up somewhat to drop some better heals. Critical for 10, not really an amazing critical, but I'll take what I can get. In the meantime, let's look at dropping some bleeds on the Slayer if they can take. Nicely done, they do indeed, and Ball and Chain goes down in the back row. 5 damage and probably another stun. Yep, as expected. Now, I'm not sure if I should actually... Well, I mean... I could just carry on now in the current state that we're in. As long as I can faff my way to better health, I should be fine. Let's drop another Hound's Rush here. 13 damage, it's the upper end of the roll, and 4 bleeds coming through. Stun comes off Bellicott, and we are ready to go with our friendly neighborhood Leper. Let's clear some corpses and get this let's get this piggy in the front position for ourselves. Weird reconstruction on the occultist just to buff up his HP. 19 heals, none too shabby there at all. I think I might just faff away with the Houndmasters just to top up their health. No ill effects on the Leper either. Yeah, I can definitely afford to invest around in getting in a better place for our combat with the Swine God. Winter Construction definitely going down on the Leper. Unfortunately, it's only a 3, which is pretty rubbish, but I can live with it. Let's drop another Lick Wounds on a Houndmaster, and we are recovering back to a happy and healthy place. In fact, what I might just do is Solemnity. There we go. I know I am faffing hardcore this round. This Slayer will get a strike on me, but I'm okay with that. 6 damage taken, and no ill effects, so I'm just going to mop things up in the end of this round. We'll take a bit of a penalty, stress, for faffing as long as we have, but it is not of concern.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I will take that blood in favor of 2 food. Pack has already been looted, which is fine, and all we have to do is remember to use our dog treats. All we have to do is use our dog treats. Swine God. It is a travesty. Double dodge. Nicely done. Let us open things up with dog treats and target whistle. Not that he has any prot, but we do want to have that mark on him. Done. 271 hit points. That is nasty. Alright, and this one goes down. 2 damage and a mark, and that could be a concern. With that said, though, we do have the ability to do some massive chop damage. 45 as a critical is a fantastic opening strike. Let's keep things going with a dodge debuff. Is it even worth it? It's probably not. Let's just get a sacrificial stab going right here. 13 damage, not too shabby at all. And now a Hound's Rush, 23 damage with that extra damage boosted because he is marked. And a Beast as well, which is just fine by me. Great dodge from Bellicott. Bit of Squeal goes down, 2 damage taken, and that's going to be probably some stress. Yep, that's fine by me. Unfortunately, that stun is going to hold me back ever so slightly. Our mark is still good for a little bit of time. Let's consider our options, and our best option is still Sacrificial Stab. Only 8 damage. He's down at 180 health. Front 2 ranks are marked, and unfortunately, Sydney is losing out on his turn. Hound's Rush, 26 damage, not too shabby, 154 HP left to go, and 4 bleed coming in. Chop in for some extra damage, 23. Not the epic criticals we saw before, but nothing to sneer at for sure. Dodge and a crit for 33. Our occultist will have some work ahead of him, and that mark is still good for 1 more turn. Bit of Squeal goes down, again dodge and 1 damage taken, but no stun from the Leper, which is just fine by me. Let's again drop a weird reconstruction on the Leper. It's a critical, but it's only 8, which is pretty disappointing to be entirely honest, but we can live with it. And these 2 goes down, and again these guys will be marked, or I should say just the Leper will be marked, which might cause me some problems. But while I have a mark still in effect on the Swine God, I'm going to be using it. 34 damage and 6 bleed damage coming in. Once again, 22 damage, only 71 HP left to go. And this guy is being whittled away massively. Critical for 45. Once again, 26 hit points left, down to 18 with those bleeds in effect. Obliterate body goes down, 23 damage taken, and I'm going to need to spend a little bit of time in a couple of turns taking care of poor old Mr. Leper's low HP. In the meantime, let's follow things on with a fresh mark. So 18 hit points. I don't need the mark. Alright, 11 damage. He's got 8... Oh, okay, so he's already dead. He's already dead. Swine God is dead with his first bleed. That's fine by me. Let's consider our options. We can finish him off. He's already dead. It's kind of irrelevant. I could do a party de-stress, and that isn't a bad decision, to be honest. May as well invest the turn wisely in getting whatever benefit I can, because if I kill the Swine God, I'm just wasting a turn. Let's again drop a weird reconstruction right here. 34. Those are the heals that we've been looking for. Back up to 80 out of 82, and we are looking absolutely fabulous. It's now all Wilbur all the time, and we have a flag to steal from this little guy. I do not mind it either. Cultist is stunned, but that's going to be just fine. We can Hound's Rush, but unfortunately Wilbur is too slippery for me. Squeal goes down, and 2, 1, 1, and a 1. Stuns dropping down all over the place, which is kind of surprising, but you know, it is what it is. Let's again do some damage there. 10 HP taken away, 25 left, and 2 bleed in place. Leper is coming off stun, and we are ready to reset the round. Unfortunately, Wilbur will probably do some more unpleasantness to me. No stuns taken this time around, which is fine by me. Another Hound's Rush, which is yet again dodged. That is getting frustrating. His dodge is 38. I need to debuff that if I can. Oh, wow. All right. Well, at least everyone who isn't stunned resists the stun. All right. Let's try and debuff this little guy's dodge, and that dodge reduction does go down. He should be eminently more hittable now. It's chop, and that's kill. Nicely done, guys. Nicely done.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I didn't even remember to use my dog traits. Well, that's stupid. Right, well, let's just drop those now, because I'm probably not going to remember to use them. Don't need a move stone, don't need a move charm. The gold will be worth more if I just keep pressing through this dungeon. Let's keep going briefly. I'm not going to heal up, I'm not going to camp at this stage, because it's just not necessary. We have a secret room in store for ourselves as well. That's definitely going to be the gold payoff we were looking for. Oh, it's going to be the gold payoff we were looking for by a country mile. Trap up ahead, and we can disarm this with the Houndmaster with the highest stress. No problem there. Let's torch up, press on, and otherwise get ready for glittering prizes. Free torch. Do not mind if I do. Oh, good fun.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Secret room. Let's grab this right here, and I will be dropping a key. I'll be dropping rubies. I'll be dropping shovels, and that's just fine by me. That is just to do a double check of the map. Yeah, that's completely fine. Yep, close that off. Get ready to advance onwards into this room battle. Don't forget to torch up so we have the benefit of all of our light-based trinkets, and we have a large flesh eater, a skeever as well, who's going to get the first strike in, unfortunately, with some really massive damage. Alright, let's try and debuff him and get that mark in place. Just need to take out that skeever pretty quickly, because they are really dangerous. 39 is an opening crit. Not too shabby, 11 HP left. It's going to be 9 when the bleed kicks in, and he's dead. No more worries from that unpleasant little horror. Munch goes down the leper, and it's dodged. It's dodged, dodgety dodged. Let's start wailing down on the large flesh eater. We can pray we'll drop on the leper, and a debuff there is going to be pretty... Oh, it's resisted. That's just fine. The debuff that these guys drop is nasty. Like negative 40% damage is nasty on a leper, because all leper does is suffer blows and deal blows. 11 damage taken, which is quite surprising from such a little guy. Let's Hounds Rush him to oblivion if we can. 16, and hope that bleed takes. It does. He's dead in his next action, which is just fine by me. Chop down on the large flesh eater, and let's keep the pain train rolling with another Hounds Rush. Only 14 HP left, but no bleeds taken. Tentacle Devour goes down, 15 damage taken, and it is going to be healing time on the leper, and probably a self-heal on the second position. Houndmaster up by 12. Not amazing as far as heals go, but nothing to complain about at all. Let's lick your wounds, Mr. Houndmaster. Again, we kind of have the initiative at the moment with only the large flesh eater left in play. We can pray goes down. 3 damage taken, and that debuff is going to be a problem. No, it's going to be, yeah, no, it's not going to be a problem at all. Alright, 13 damage taken on the flesh eater, no bleed, 1 HP left. Let's choose to faff wisely, buffing up the health and resistances of our leper, and I think it's time to finish things off. But he is too dodgy. He's too dodgy for us. Done. Done, 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 and done. Nicely, nicely done.
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I wouldn't call it a trifling victory. It's a pretty good victory. Now, we're going to carry on here and then back, I think. That's not a bad route. Don't have any scouting here, so we'll just try and keep our eyes open, and unfortunately we don't have any shovels left, so we'll backtrack without taking any stress penalties, because we moved backwards before it became super, super, super critical. Oh, I walked right into a trap. That was foolish of me. Just chatting away happily, carrying on like a pork chop, and missing out on the opportunities.
Waiting to be spent.
Let's drop those medicinal herbs. Yep. Let's get to this empty room. Not much of a need for combat. You know, I'm going to go this way, I'm going to go down, and I'm going to camp here as well, just to deal with some HP and stress. Not that we're rocking a great deal of stress at all.
The battle may yet be won.
It's mostly just about having our buffs in place. So prevent nighttime ambush and reduce stress. Sorry, and increase surprise chance. Our resistances aren't required. 50% scouting. Meh. Yeah, I don't really need these at all. Let's reduce your stress. Let's increase your... yeah. And anything else? Yeah, no one else needs anything, really. No one else needs anything. No one has any wounds. Let's just rest up. And carrying on. Carrying on. Yeah, so the Swine King was very easy to take down. I might just check to see if we have like an epic blight and disease resist anywhere. Yeah, it's not worth chancing, to be entirely honest. We're doing pretty good. I don't need to... Why do I keep walking into traps? I have to start paying attention. See, when you stop playing the game for a couple of days, like when you have to do other things, your edge goes away. I've noticed that. Just barely still in Radiant Light, so I need to do something about that in the first round. Yep, that's taken care of now. Let's look at who we can get some early strong kills on, and that Reaver is a likely candidate. 20 damage, done and dusted, 5 HP left. If the Occultist comes through for me, I might just do an Abyssal Artillery. 26 is a crit on the Thunderer, and Vomit goes down. Excuse me. A little bit of a sneeze there, apologies. Actually, one more. Oh wow, whoa, okay, triple dodge and one strike with some minor stress there. Abyssal Artillery should take out these guys with double crits as well, which is completely fine by me. And it's time to just start chopping down that champion. 81 HP left. Crunching backhand on the Occultist, 12 damage taken, but nothing to be too concerned about given the stun did not come through. I'm just suddenly sneezing, I don't know why. This is absolutely terrible stuff. Alright, I'm going to choose to drop a mark on him, just to, you know, improve my damage with the 2 Houndmasters. Again, there are some good synergies there, and then if he survives long enough, I'll do a self-heal with the Occultist. 13 damage on the champion, no bleed. Let's try that again. 11 damage. Wow, his protection is really, really high, and that's what's slowing me down. Down to 43 HP though, and only 2 bleed coming in on a turn-by-turn basis, which is regrettable. Trot Retreat goes down, but it doesn't do any damage as a... I don't even know why he does it. It's just scripted that way. It's just scripted that way. Let's try and reduce his prot so we can do some better damage. Nicely done, that debuff. It does take. Negative 30% prot down to 10% is fine by me. Winter Construction on the Occultist up by 8 and looking a little bit healthier. And yeah, let's... there, that's some better damage. 19 HP. Bleeds do go into effect. That's fine by me. Crunching backhand. 19 damage on the Houndmaster, which is substantial! Especially given that he's stunned as well. But chops should, well, if they hit, seal the deal. But it's not to be. Let's keep things rolling. 21 damage, and yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Alright, that's everything we can pick up, and let's just keep the Houndmaster as he is for the moment. Pressing onwards, we have a, yeah, it's Cura we can leave behind, and then a corridor battle, which we are in Radiant for, 2 meat hookers, a Reaver, and a Madman, and we have the element of surprise, which is just fine by me. We'll probably focus on the Reaver to open things up. Only 13 damage, unfortunately. That's just going to have to do. Let's drop a weird reconstruction on the Houndmaster, up by 9. Not amazing, but not shabby either. Let's keep focusing down on that Reaver to make sure that he's dead, and he will be from bleeds in his first action, which is fine by me. Get a chop going on one meat hooker and hope for a kill. Probably won't happen. That's fine. Again, 5 HP left on that chappie there, and the Madman is advancing forward with a Doomsday. Unfortunately, no one gets a dodge in, but it's fairly minor stress in the grand scheme of things. Hooker hurts and Leper, 11 damage taken, and he'll probably, yeah, Hooker hurts again, this time on the Occultist, 6 damage. That's not too considerable. No debuffs taken, everything is just fine. That Doomsday, though, that's going to be the main obstacle for me, because again, I was doing so well for stress before, and now it's all gone away. Meantime, let's make sure that we're denying them an action if we can. That meat hooker is out of the game. Fine by me. Hound's Rush again on this chappie here, 15 damage, 1 HP left, and that bleed will seal the deal on him. And let's Sacrificial Stab that Raving Madman, 21 damage, absolutely fantastic, 8 hit points left, and he's going to be within arm's reach of my Leper now that that meat hooker has died by blood.
Horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Alright, and I think that's going to be game for me. Our inventory is full of all sorts of glittering prizes. We picked up some stress, but it's not too substantial. Let's see how we did in terms of gold and heirlooms. Alright, so a total of 28,000 in gold, which tops me up over the 100k mark very handily, as well as 62 crests. My god. 4 deeds, 8 portraits, and 4 busts. These guys cannot gain any more experience because they're already fully leveled up, but they can get quirks. Warren's Adventurer and the Red Plague, unfortunately. The Red Plague I can cure, though, quite cheaply. Weapons Tinkerer is... I would have rather you kept Slugger, but that is all fine. One more boss is taken out. One more boss is taken out.
You will know the tragic extent of my failing.
So we still have 2 bosses left in the ruins, and just 1 boss left in the Weald, the Warrens, and the Cove. Haven't yet started any of the darkest dungeons, and we haven't deposed the Countess yet, but we're working on it. We are working on it. What we are waiting for right now is infestation levels to rise, waiting for invitations to be collected, and we're waiting to level up just a few more characters to make things all work out. Monty, in the meantime, has been cured of cytomania. Lycophobia no longer affects Desurs. Hey, Desurs, by the way, I haven't seen you comment in a while. Where did you go? And Brimu is no longer bloodthirsty. Everything else is fine. We are in week 82, and there is still plenty for us to do. But look at how much gold we have. It's insane. It is insane. Not going to bother recruiting because, again, we just don't need anyone. We just don't need anyone, even if they are level 3s. Can't believe I'm passing that up. No upgrades to make on any of these guys. Just need to drop a few cures here, there, and everywhere. Let's consider what our next map should be. And you know what? I've got a veteran level map. I've got a grave robber to level up, which is fine by me, and enough of a party to support her. It's only a veteran as well, which should be just fine. And yes, I've got a leper for the front ranks, so it's going to be a cleanse in the ruins the next episode, just to unlock the next boss there, and hopefully get DH Dragon popped to 5. And if DH Dragon is popped to 5, I can take a couple of guys out, make them 5s to 6s, and then complete my roster upgrade objectives. Because again, the only ones I don't have leveled up to 6 are an Antiquarian and a Grave Robber. So that will be the next mission after this one. In the meantime, time for me to sign off, I think. My name is Ardoom. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I have a lot of fun making these videos. I love it that you guys have the time to stop by and join me as I go through these adventures. Still a few slots left. If you want to have a hero named after you, just let me know what class you want to be. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Check out the playlist as well and see how we've gotten to this strange and unusual place. And don't forget to drop a like down on the video, as well as any comments that you would like to leave with me. Again, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I will catch you all next time.